Hi everyone, it's CinemaBigWaves here, and today we're back with the analysis of the third episode of House of Dragon. Before watching the rest of this video, don't forget to subscribe and like. The first sequence of this episode begins with the war that was mentioned in the previous episode. Daemon was unable to win the war despite having the most remarkable dragon. Since the series intentionally wants to be compared to Game of Thrones, the viewers are referred to the magnificent sequences that dragons were present in those wars. The most obvious difference between the two of these series is the fact that in Game of Thrones the dragons were game changers. It could completely change the war, whereas in this series we can see a weak and inefficient dragon that cannot do any notable thing. Unfortunately, the creators rely too much on the knowledge of the viewer, therefore do not see any necessity to give a special explanation to the viewer about the background of the House of Targaryen and their relation with dragons. Passing a 2-year time in next sequence is an unusual choice for producers of G.R.R. Martin's world. We cannot find such time jumps in GOT unless it was so slight. This time jump can be understood as a weakness of drama which does not have enough conflict and dramatic material to promote the story timeline.
What if I was wrong?
Events which are in contrast to the logic of the series itself are probably noticed by you, just like we noticed it. For example, we don't understand why the king's personal guard should leave his post and go to the forest for the sake of the princess and return after one night without any explanation. Or we cannot understand the intention of creator in the scene of wild boar attacks to Rhaenyra and Ser Cole. Rhaenyra kills it with help of Ser Cole. This sequence neither shows us the fighting spirit of Ser Cole nor Rhaenyra's bravery. Also, at the end, we don't feel that these two characters get any closer due to this incident. The only thing that this sequence conveys to the viewer is that Rhaenyra has a hidden anger that is thrown out when she hears the scream of a boar that sounds like a child's voice.
Boars scream like children when they're being slaughtered. I find it discomforting.
Some events are also left unfinished, like the king getting drunk, for example, which did not lead to anything special. The sequence in which a deer is being killed by the king is one of the good sequences of this episode. It somehow shows that the king is incapable of running the country. But in contrast, the sequence where the white deer gets close to Rhaenyra and they look at each other shows that Rhaenyra being crowned was absolutely right and it was the right choice. The final sequence in which the war takes place, the relationships between people and the war plan are a bit dumb though. The process of the next events, and Daemon not getting shot, and the amount of people killed by him is a bit unbelievable, and in the end, when the character of Crabfeeder is killed, we are neither sad nor happy because we don't know him at all. The creators are in a big hurry to make us feel like we are in the 7th season of the series and not the 3rd episode of the 1st season. Hope that this haste be only for the beginning episodes and we will see a reasonable and effective process like the beginning of Game of Thrones in the next episodes. What do you think about these 3 episodes? Tell us in the comments. Will Game of Thrones' success be repeated or not? Thanks for watching everyone. Until another review, be safe.